turn the music down. How we doing today? Welcome to another show. All right, today we are going to be talking about the official downfall of Sneako. You know what? Let's stop the music right here. The music has been stopped because this is something we've talked about, chat. We've talked about this a lot, right? But we just never knew when it was going to happen, or at least pinpoint the very moment that the cascading, just the mess you call content coming from his side of things. All right, it was only a matter of time. Okay, now some people say, "Well, Duke, I mean, wouldn't you say his downfall was YouTube canning him, keeping $100,000 of his money, and then sending him over to the Rumble Fumble Reject Squad?" I mean, what do you mean? His downfall has already started. Yes, but it seemed like he got a second wind, okay? Because then, he got into Islam, and he was really a tape puppy at that time, and he really got a lot of people to follow and believe that he is what he is. Right now, some people are saying that it is real. I don't really necessarily care. we don't care over here, okay? It is what it is. But we do know a grifter when we see one, okay? We've called Andrew Tate out on it because clearly he has no clue what he's doing, and we've called Sneako out on it too because clearly he doesn't know what he's doing. And there are other Muslims that has criticized this guy too as well. But, they're not famous and, they don't do all these other things. So, their voices aren't really important, okay? But, the ones that we do see, like the Tates of the world and some of his crony fanboys, yeah, apparently, this guy is great at it. So everyone kind of knew he was grifting. And later on, he ended up coming out and admitting the whole thing was grift. Now, not verbally as I'm saying it right now, but he kind of got sick of it because he was getting called out consistently on his Fumble Rumble Reject channel. All right, he was getting called out for doing things that are not according to the tenets of Islam, right? A lot of haram things are going on when you go flip on Sneako's channel. So a lot of his fans who were also Muslim, because they felt pride in the fact that here is a new member, all right, someone who's not only popular, but it seems as though he's genuinely trying to make a full, conversion. But when these guys try to educate Sneako, and the thing is, I actually understand what they were trying to do, because I mean, Sneako, again, this is how he's a child. When they call him out and say, "Hey, you probably shouldn't be doing that. That's haram. Maybe you shouldn't do this because it's haram," right? Now, to Sneako's childish mind, he's thinking, "Oh, you assholes! You're putting me in a box. I can't do this no more. I want to do this shit." That's what his mindset was thinking. What he wasn't realizing is, hey, dude, these guys are also fellow Muslims. They're brothers just like you, and they're trying to make sure that you're living according to the tenets, because you did say you're fully converted, right? You're fully living the tenets, right? So they're not doing anything wrong by trying to correct you. Matter of fact, the whole thing is like a community, right? So when you join Islam, similar to other religions, I'm assuming, right? It's a giant community. Now you're stepping into a big community that's not only local, but it's also global as well. So, some of those people, it's just like if your local Muslim guy, he sees you acting in haram ways and he knows you go to the mosque, he's going to say, hey, dog, that's probably not what you should be doing, right? So they're going to come out and correct you. Being online is no different, okay? But Sneako, being a child as he is, it took that as, people trying to put him in a box. And he basically said, listen, when I did this whole thing, I didn't expect to be this criticized. Like, hey, this is haram, that's haram, that's haram. I'm sick of it. I don't want to do this anymore, right? I mean, that's essentially what we get. I mean, a bunch of people did a lot of reactions to it. Talking about, hey, dude, are you really even, Muslim? But even moving aside from that, right, it seemed that things were going on the up and up. I mean, he was getting criticized and all that on the Fumble Rumble Reject Squad, but he was on the up and up because he started doing IRL streamings, and, that started going a certain way. But, it seemed like he caught his second win from the YouTube, cancellation, right? Now we're starting to see some really desperate things come out of Sneako camp. You guys notice we haven't talked about Sneako in a long time, but now it's starting to get a little irrelevant. And no, for you guys to thinking, it's not the fight with Sean Strickland that is the significant thing for his downfall. Matter of fact, I actually give Sneako props. He actually has more balls than a lot of these other YouTubers. Myron! God, that was a bad taste. Myron Gaines. There it is again. At least he steps in the ring. Myron, fresh. Where y'all at? We still waiting on them tapes, bro. I mean, today, I mean, any day is good. I mean, yesterday was even better if you would have posted it, but we don't know if they're even in the gym. But these guys, they like to talk crap online and then don't want to back it up with, whatever cash or check they wrote with their mouth, right? So that's what we're saying. So I actually give Sneako a lot of respect for that, okay, and whatnot. So that's not the big reason why. The big reason why Sneako's downfall is starting to be happening, because there are a lot of things going on, especially with this IRL stuff, that is not necessarily working for Sneako anymore. And what I mean by that is, more specifically, the content creators that are also surrounding the IRL streaming universe. Okay, so essentially, a lot of these guys are now, it seems like Sneako's getting blackballed almost, right? They're ignoring him, especially in public, right? Some of these guys, we've seen videos of him, getting literally ignored by, some of these prominent live streamers and even, gamblers like Steve Will Do It, right? Completely ignored by Steve Will Do It, which, is crazy. Not Aiden Ross. Aiden Ross is a little different, but there was a couple other guys that we'll cover in this video, right? It seems like this star power he thought he had is starting to decline, and that's what y'all need to worry about. No, not worry about, but focus on, right? Not the antics Sneako's getting into, because if you notice, as of late, his antics have gotten crazy, right? Taking fake mugshots, pretending to be arrested for what? Like, what is this? Even before that, where he was doing the fake jailhouse stream, right? It's like, clearly you're copying Andrew Tate, and clearly Andrew Tate is copying it from somebody else, because this jailhouse streaming, I mean, why y'all want to be in jail so bad? Like, if somebody told me, hey, Duke, you can imagine yourself doing anything, being anywhere, the last thing I'd be doing is streaming from a pretend jail, okay? That's why. That is so dumb, bro. We got enough brothers in prison, real prison. You don't need another one faking it out here. But that's what Sneako and them would do, because it brought the views. He faking arrest photos and all these different antics you would see him get into online. A lot of people thought, okay, it's Sneako being Sneako, right? But those of you guys who are smart and you guys are on this channel, you guys know what's going on, because we call these guys out, we expose them, right? You guys obviously see something different, because you say, hey, you know what? A lot of these behaviors, yeah, people can say it's traditionally Sneako. Fine, we'll give you that. But some of these seems a little desperate, right? It just seems like he's getting a little desperate with some of these antics, right? So to the trained eye, you can see that, yeah, this is more of like a clout chase than anything else. Even down to Bradley Martin, right? Now we're getting to the whole fight space, because, that's what Sneako's been doing, right? He's been training in the gym ever since the crazy, insane roasting he got from Charlie, aka Moist Critical, okay? I mean, exposing the fact that Sneako doesn't know the difference between a clip or a mag, okay? He calls a mag a clip. It's like, dog, that ain't a clip, dog. And Charlie showed him in the most craziest way possible. And the fact that Charlie showed him up, not only that, a bunch of other people kind of called him out on it, saying, hey, dude, you're really getting exposed right now. It basically lit a fire in Sneako's ass. The reason being is because a lot of more people have been calling him out, aka Brandon Buckingham. I've been saying this a lot. And for you guys who don't know who Brandon Buckingham is the one that actually challenged Sneako to a fight. And he's actually been in fights with other influencers before, and he's knocked them out. So clearly he's more of a threat than anyone else, but it's a Sneako, that is. And essentially, Sneako kind of found a way to wiggle out of that fight, right? Try to wiggle out of it, because he probably knew that Brandon Buckingham was going to knock the socks off his ass, dog. And that's why he backed off. But when he started his beef with Charlie, he probably thought, yeah, if Charlie accepts it, I could probably beat his ass and whatnot. And that's probably what he banked on, not realizing that Charlie got muscle. Not only that, Charlie does not give a shit. Now, Charlie wasn't willing to fight him, okay? But Charlie ended up exposing something that we all knew, but no one said out loud, especially Sneako's fanboys, because y'all got to understand, this is what your content creators or leaders, they get up to, okay? They talk shit, but then again, they don't have the strength to back it up. And Charlie rightfully so called them out on it. Charlie said, listen, you're trying to fight a guy like me. I'm a little guy, right? He admitted, he was honest. He said, I'm a little guy. What, you want to fight me? But Brandon Buckingham over here is challenging you. Y'all are similar height, similar build, okay? And you levied accusations against him that were not true, like saying that he wanted to R-word your girlfriend, meaning you were levying false accusations against another man, okay, in order to try to escape accountability for the shit that you were talking. Which, honestly, if since you were grifting the Red Pill space and we know it was a grift, realistically, a lot of these people should have known right then and there that you were a fraud, because false accusations is one of the main things the Red Pill talks about, right? When you were grifting in here, this is what we talk about, right? Oh, men are being falsely accused everywhere. So then what happens when the same guy who's teaching and warning men about false accusations levies false accusations on another man, a man, all right, because this is the manosphere, and we're just throwing false accusations at each other. So what happens when he does that just to avoid accountability for the shit he's been doing, right? You guys should have woken up to that mess right off the bat and realized, yeah, this guy doesn't really care about men's issues or any of that stuff, because clearly, look at him. He's being a hypocrite. He doesn't care. Like, he's falsely accusing men for doing something as heinous as R word, right? We know what the R word is. So that was the whole thing. So ever since then, Sneako's been doing a lot of these boxing stuff and training the ring, probably feels like he needs to overcompensate for something. And it's good. I think I encourage more young men to get in the gym. So that way, if you decide you want to run your mouth, at least you have the stones to back it up, right? So he's been doing different things, sparring different people. All right. One of the most notorious one, which is the one we covered because it got pretty bad for him, was when he sparred with Bradley Martin. Now, everybody knows sparring with someone like Bradley Martin is a bad idea, okay? And it's not because, he's a bad guy or anything like that. No, not any of that. It's because Bradley Martin has an ego problem. He has a massive ego problem, okay? It's bad. The guy thinks he could beat up everybody, even trained fighters, okay? Just because he has muscles. It's like, bro, just because listen, muscles don't mean shit in a fight. Height don't mean shit in the fight. Sometimes, yeah, weight plays it plays a role, but depending on the skill level, right? If the skill level is balanced, you want to make sure the weight doesn't. But like all these other external shit, if you're skilled, you pretty much know what you're doing. But Sneako decides, you know what? I'm gonna poke fun at Bradley Martin. I'm gonna smoke cigarettes in his gym. I'm gonna try to trigger him and get him to fight, and that's what ended up happening. And it didn't go well for Sneako. Okay, and Sneako was actually butthurt about that for a minute because there was a video follow up of Bradley Martin in the kitchen with Sneako, and Sneako had to let him know how he felt about that night when they boxed, and it was not good. Right? Sneako was like, I can't believe it, you went too hard. I like, hey dog, you don't challenge someone with ego problems at a gym. And it ended up the way we knew it was going to end up. Bradley Martin had no chill, dog. He literally went in at Sneako and busted his lip. It wasn't good. He's lucky he didn't lose a tooth. All right, but again, it didn't end there. If it ended there, we wouldn't be having this video about Sneako again, but we do, because he then decided, you know what, I need to go even harder. Maybe this is the thirst for clout. We don't know what it is, but he decides to challenge Sean Strickland to a sparring session. Now, here's another thing. Sean Strickland also has an ego problem, a massive ego problem. Now, people who've been in the ring, right? Listen, there's a difference between sparring somebody and actually trying to hurt them, okay? Now, at the start of this fight, and we're going to react to the full fight, all right? And then some other things about Sneako. But one thing you got to understand is at the start of the fight, it seemed like, Strickland was letting them get his shots off and whatnot. He was kind of toying with them like a cat plays with its food before he eats it, right? And then, Strickland went crazy, and it was really bad. I actually kind of felt bad for Sneako, and then I realized he probably brought this on himself, because I'm not getting in the ring with Sean Strickland. Listen, I think he's got massive ego problems, and I'm not getting in the ring with him. The guy, he's a shit talker, but at least he backs it up, okay? But someone like Sneako, come on. You could have went a little easy on him. Come on, bro was going crazy, all right? Even the size difference was just clear enough. It's like, come on, dude, this is really bad. But nevertheless, Sneako's getting roasted for it. And matter of fact, he's been getting roasted for it by a lot of people in the MMA community, boxing community. They're roasting this guy. They're laughing at him. Like, some of them who didn't even know who Sneako was, they now know who he is. I'm like, well, what is this guy doing with Sean Strickland? This is just flat out weird. Why is he challenging a guy like that with massive ego problems to a fight? The guy screams daddy issues. That's what it is. Like, Sneako, what are you thinking, right? So Sneako has been getting roasted, and then it starts to bring a lot of other things into focus surrounding his influencer career or his internet career. And now people are starting to have a conversation. Well, is this it? Is this it? Is this the last gasp of air that we're seeing from this content creator, right? His friends don't want to fuck with him no more. He's getting beat up and ridiculed online, all right? And on top of that, his views on Rumble, right? Listen, this is Fumble Rumble, okay? That they don't, their search and, their the layout and all those things is completely different than YouTube. I mean, YouTube's search and algorithm is light years ahead on what you're gonna get on Rumble. Like, listen, if I want to even try to find channels or relative videos served to me, right? I don't think Rumble knows what it's doing, right? And plus, I think Rumble fakes a lot of the views. I think a lot of people have talked about that. We've looked at it, and it just seems kind of sketch. So the Rumble numbers, though, for Sneako aren't really doing the best, at least not to YouTube standards, right? And it's just not looking good. So a lot of people are now starting to speculate, well, could this be the actual downfall of Sneako? Is this it, right? Yeah, he's probably going to be relevant here and there or whatever the hell it is, right? But are we really starting to see the end? Because one of Sneako's big support networks were a lot of these top tier influencers. But if we're seeing videos of these very same top tier influencers basically ignore him, right? Literally ignore him live, and we're all watching this, right? They're literally treating him like that weirdo in the class that nobody wants to talk to. That's the treatment Sneako was getting, and we have never seen this, right? We always thought a lot of these degenerate content creators similar to Sneako, they're kind of in the same orbit, right? But wrong. It seems like they're kind of fed up with Sneako too as well. And by the way, the funniest thing ever was Zerka's reaction, and it's like Zerka, come here, come here. You are the last person should be talking about anybody's fight techniques or fight moves, especially when we watched you get your back blown out in the middle of a street by a guy wearing a silk shirt. I don't know what's even more embarrassing than that. All right. So the fact that that even Zerka is trying to get in on the clowning is very interesting. All right. And I just think maybe this might actually be the end of Sneako. All right. But before we get into because we got to cover the full fight. All right. Before we get into that, guys, I have to cover the sponsor of today's show. Okay. And that's you guys, more specifically, the YouTube like button, the one right below the screen here. All right, listen, I appreciate y'all being here. You guys could be anywhere and everywhere in the world right now. Some of you guys are anywhere in the world right now, and there are billions of content you could be watching, literally billions. And the fact that you're spending tonight with dukendon, that actually means a lot to me. I can't stress that enough. I don't care if you're trolling. I don't care if you're here to watch. I don't care whatever background you come from. All right, please be respectful. But listen, the fact that you guys here, it does mean a lot to me. All right, so go ahead and make sure your time isn't wasted by sponsoring the show. And the easiest way to sponsor the show, just hit the like button. That's it. And if you fucking with the show so far, give your boy subscribe. Let's get it. All right. So let me pull up this video, guys. I'm gonna have to warn you. It is tough to watch. Okay. Because I didn't know Sneako could get done dirty like this. Like, it was bad. But again, I'm gonna specify this. Okay. I give Sneako all the respect in the world for getting in the ring with Strickland. I wouldn't do it. Fuck that. Like, the guy has ego problems, bro. He doesn't even know what sparring means, okay? All right, but it is what it is, all right? He got in the ring, he boxed him, he did what he had to do, and, it perfectly works out with that. But the other stuff we're going to see, it probably doesn't work out too well for Sneako. So let's go ahead and get it, chat.
Sparring session today. Strickland, who notoriously known for going hard on sparring, did exactly the same against a guy who weighed 50 pounds less than him with zero fighting experience. During the fight, you can see several people throwing towels to stop the fight, but Strickland didn't even care.
It was
and went
bad.
Really hard on Sneako.
It was bad. Chat, you ever heard this guy? They were throwing in the towels for Sneako. Okay, that's how, listen, anybody who's ever boxed before, you don't get in the ring, especially if it's sparring. Listen, if it's a serious fight, get it. Get in the ring, fight it out. It is what it is, right? But if you're sparring someone, you don't go 100%, okay? Unless you have ego problems. And that's what this guy does. So no boxer in the ring gets in the ring with someone who's trying to take their heads off if they're trying to spar, okay? Because then how are we going to box in a real match if I'm getting killed in practice? It doesn't make any sense, right? So again, it's just dumb that he did this, but then you got to give him the respect in the world. Yo, is that Common Sense Skeptic in the chat? Yo, we got Common Sense Skeptic in the chat. Shout out to you. Let's go ahead and get a W for Common Sense Skeptic. Yo, Common Sense, I've seen your videos on Elon. We're going to definitely cover it, if you don't mind. We're going to cover it, right? Because we had one of these pill poppers, red pill poppers over here that says that Elon Musk is not a scammer. All right, and damn, I wish you were there because man, you could have probably lit something under this dude. But like he was sitting there talking about Elon Musk. What? No, he's the richest man in the world. It's completely honest. Like what? No, like obviously we know he's a scammer, and you've done actually the best work in exposing this guy. So guys, if you're not familiar with Common Sense Skeptic, all right, or you are not familiar with some of the various shady shit that Elon does, all right, go ahead and check out the channel. It's awesome. All right, the video is awesome. Let's get back to it.
Sneako, on the other hand, took every punch and didn't even fall down once.
You got to give him respect.
Fine, no hard deal. What are we doing? Boxing.
So he's Dana's buddy. Ready? I'm not gonna hit him in the body, you know.
You're not gonna hit him in the
body. Ding, ding, ding. Ready? Come on, let's make it 3 rounds, Bob. 3-5. Let's see the
Okay. You know, we got
Let's
the snaps.
see the influencer. Come on, bro. You're gonna be a fucking man. Let's see the influencer.
I mean, this is like, bro, Chad, you're watching this. You already know it's not going to be good. All right? So he's just playing with it. Playing with it, right?
You can actually accomplish something by doing nothing.
Now, here's the thing. When you're boxing, all right, you see the kind of movement Sneako's doing? You don't want to do that. All right. I used to do that when I first started boxing. I was all over the place, right? But you got to learn how to control your movements because if you don't, you're gonna gas out. Like every movement you're making in a ring is absolutely important. But the way Sneako's darting in and out, okay, I already knew, yeah, this is not gonna work out too well. Look at this. He doesn't even have his hands up. He's just walking through his punches, dog.
You know, as this round progresses, it's going to notice it works for you.
Listen, if I was on Sneako's corner, I'd have threw the towel in right now. Hey, the guy's literally eating your punches, dog. Just throw in the towel. Just throw in the towel, dog. He doesn't even bother to put his hands up. That is the biggest disrespect anybody can do to somebody else in a ring, all right? When you're boxing someone where they're not even worried about your power or your skills to the point they don't even need to defend themselves, right? This is crazy.
Double up the punch. We got 4 minutes. As we get closer to the 3-minute mark, you're about to feel significantly more about a pain. You should be setting it in right now. There's nothing you can do.
Like, look at this.
And this is a moment that as you're realizing,
It's like you got attacked
you're about
on
to have a
100
really
with zero
bad
damage.
fucking day in the next minute.
Look at this. It's like play with him.
90 seconds in.
Here we go, bro. You're doing so good.
Look at him talking to him like a child. Like a child. Come on,
There's
buddy.
a moment you're realizing
Come on.
that you cannot hurt me.
Well, I'm nervous for Sneako right now.
No way. It's not.
I'm nervous for
You're a
Sneako.
very tough influencer.
3 minutes left.
Look at this. Look at this.
Is this set in yet? That you're about to get
He's
hurt?
telling you to hit him hard. This is not good.
Oh. 2 minutes.
What is this?
In your brain,
Halfway.
did you think this is how it was going to go?
Halfway.
He's literally just.
Sneako's not doing bad.
You're afraid. You're afraid because you don't think this is how it's gonna go. You didn't think this is how it's gonna go. Like, yo, he's literally taunting you while your punches are completely ineffective, and he's walking you down the whole time.
Let's go.
He's third.
Look at this.
Ooh. Ooh.
Good work. Let that right hand go. What time we at? 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
What I mean, Sneako, there's no power in your hip. All
Let that right hand go, Sneako.
right, there's the bell. Oh my God! Oh my! Oh! He didn't throw the towel. He didn't throw another towel. There's 2 towels. This dude isn't stopping. Oh my goodness! 3 towels. We got 3 towels. This dude's not stopping. Look at this. Yo, 4 towels. And no ref had to hold. Look at this. Look what they did to my boy. They massacred him. Look at this. Chad, whoa. Yo, this is why you don't get in the ring with people that have ego problems, okay? He didn't see the first towel. He didn't care about the second towel. The third towel threw it. He was more focused on beating your ass. And then the 4th towel, he didn't even worry about that because the ref had to step in. Yo, chat, let's watch that one more time. Let's just peel it back a little bit, all right? Let's just a little bit, all right? But please.
There you go. 90 seconds in. Here we go, bro. You're doing so good.
You're doing so good. Hope for the storm. That's what you're saying.
We're in this moment you're realizing
Kick your ass.
that you cannot hurt me. Good work. No way, it's coming. You're a very tough influencer.
You're a very tough influencer, bro. Yo, this is bad. he's like clowning him. He's like clowning him right now. Oh, you're a very tough influencer. You're doing a really good job, buddy. I think you got me on that one. You're doing a good job. You're a tough influencer. Listen, there are only 3 people that know that's a lie. That's Sean Strickland, Sneako, and the rest of us watching this shit. Okay, we know Sneako's not that tough. Come on. Look at this.
Is it set in yet that you're about to get hurt? No, you're good. Oh,
You almost got me there, bud.
2 minutes. In your brain, did you think this is how it was gonna go?
Look out, he's just talking trash.
Sneako is not doing bad.
Who the fuck said
Let's
that?
go.
Who the fuck said Sneako's not doing bad? All right, he's got, we call him Edward Pillow Hands over here, dog. It's just soft touch all around, dog. He's like, what is this? What are we talking about? All these punches, wasting energy, 0 damage. I mean, he's doing really well. Hey, he's surviving right now. That's what's happening. He's surviving.
He's third.
Ooh. Ooh.
Bro, why is he blocking like this? What is this? He's not even looking. He doesn't even know where the punches are going to be coming from. And Strickland's a trained fighter. He knows this. Every time he throws a punch, oh, he put my head down. I don't know where it's coming. Bro, this is not good.
Right hand go. What time we at? 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
He's punching. He's not even looking where he's
I want
punching.
to enjoy this a little bit longer. Let that right hand go, Sneako. There you go.
Look at this.
Oh.
Look at this. First towel. That's the first one right there. It literally lands right there. He's not paying attention to it. Look at this.
Jesus.
And the thing is, you can tell Sean Strickland is probably one of these grappling types. No wonder he does MMA, because he doesn't have, like you can see his hands. He clearly doesn't have like hands. If he went up against a boxer, like someone who knows what they're doing, it's not going to work out with the way he's swinging. But with someone like Sneako, it's perfect. Second towel, in case y'all missed it. Right here. Right back here. Watch this mouse. Second towel gets thrown. He's not even paying attention to it. Look at this. Look at this. Look at all these towels. Yo, who was that guy in the camera that says Sneako's doing good? Yeah, he was doing good because Sean allowed it, okay? Because he just turned it on like a goddamn, like a faucet, bro. He just switched on him. Just started going crazy, throwing haymakers. Like, you could tell he was trying to hurt Sneako. Look at this. Look what they did to my boy. This was after like a couple punches too. Like, this is crazy. Now, I got to ask a question, chat, because we got to be honest here, okay? Sneako works out in the gym, but why does he still look like he is the exact same size, right? No muscle mass gain, no nothing, dog. Like, at least if he's training as much as he likes us to believe online, where's the mass, bro? Like, I mean, dude, no wonder you ain't got no power. You got no power in your legs, your hips. You're out here just throwing pillows. It's a pillow fight we just saw out there.
You didn't fall down, Sneako. You didn't fall down.
There you go. I mean, and congratulate him like a man. That's good. And all the respect to Sneako in the world, okay? All the respect. I mean, they say the difference between bravery and courage, or courage and stupidity, or whatever it is, right? It's something that has to do with the decisions that you make, okay? Now, some people look at this and say, get in the ring with someone like Sean Strickland, it could be brave or it could be incredibly stupid. I think it's both, okay? And you guys might have the same opinions. I don't know. Right? You let me know what you think. But I don't think it looked good, right? But here's the reason why I like it. One reason I like it is I hope Sneako, you know, the more shit you talk online, hopefully this gives you the power to back it up. And on top of this, you have way more props and power, like, you know, backing power versus someone like Myron, right? Or some of these fresh and fit guys, right? Because again, Myron, we've heard him talk all this stuff. Would he even get in the ring with someone like Sean Strickland? No. Okay, so we got to give him all the props in the world because he can back up whatever he's saying, okay? I still think it's very, very stupid because Sean Strickland has ego problems. The guy's he's an asshole, bro. Like, wow, what? Like, are you kidding me, dude? This guy definitely has. He said on an interview once where he just thinks about killing people, right? He just thinks about it when he's mad. He said that on a podcast, which is like, huh? Who the fuck? Who the fuck says shit like that? Like, this guy is a deranged guy. I'm not getting in the ring with that. He's imagining killing people. Like, okay, dog. Like, yeah, you gotta. Hey, somebody put him on a watch list somewhere. We don't know where this is going, but let's continue. Look at this.
Hey, you didn't fall, Sneako.
Yeah,
good job.
Look, you got the tears coming down because the punches definitely stung a little bit. But listen, everybody, listen. He didn't get knocked out, except for when he fought Bradley Martin. He didn't get knocked out, but he definitely got knocked down. Okay, but again, not bad.
World champion.
Why should throw in the towel?
Bro, they threw in 4 towels. Strickland didn't care. Why are you throwing a towel? They threw 4. They threw 4. You not seeing all the towels on the ring right now on the floor? What are you talking about, bro? They threw in 4 towels. The guy doesn't care, bro. He has problems. Don with the 5. Shout out to you. Don says, Duke, my boy wants to say hi to YouTuber Better Call George. He's big in dating advice. I highly recommend him. He likes your content. Interview him. Shout out to him. Hey, email me. Email is the best way to reach me. All right. Instagram sometimes, but I barely check that. But yeah. Email me. Have him email me. We'll talk. Don again with the $2 super chat. Shout out to Don. Says, get those likes up. Squad is lame. Yeah, hold up. Let me get you something real quick.
But ass.
Yo, that gets me. I can't believe that idiot did a video explaining how to have sex with a woman and thought that like he thought this right here, putting this on the internet.
But ass.
This guy thought that would, like, he's not gonna get clowned for that. I mean, come on, bro. What were you thinking? You have to take the condom off and you gotta butt ass. Like, yo, chill with that. But that gets me every time. All right, but shout out to you, Don, for the super chat. I can't believe someone was dumb enough to put a video teaching that shit, bro. It was dumb. But that's how full of himself Sus Marquardt is. Shout out to you. Mood Deep with the 5. Shout out to you. Mood Deep says, Sneako either has a giant balls or missing brain cells. What do you think? I pick a bit of both. Yeah, I wouldn't say balls, right? The reason why I was saying balls, because he could have easily done this with Brandon Buckingham All right, and it probably wouldn't hurt as bad, right? But I don't think he had the balls to fight Brandon because he probably thought if I fight him, I'm probably gonna get my butt whooped, right? So that's probably what he's thinking. So I don't call that, balls, but I think something like Sean Strickland. This is why I'm saying this is a clout play. All right, it's neither brain cells or even neither balls. I think he is missing a few brain cells. I don't think anyone is going to disagree with that. All right, but I do think that this is a clout play because Sean Strickland, all right, he's incredibly controversial. All right, he says some crazy wild shit. I even talked about it a little bit right now. All right, he's a controversial guy. Right, so what's more, eyeballs? I mean, everybody's talking about it from big boxers, big MMA fighters. Right, I think what's that guy? Israel Adesanya, right? Maybe it's not Israel. I don't know. But a lot of people who are doing videos on this right now talking about it. These guys are in the professional field, and they're giving them props, right? They're saying this, hey, listen, you get in the ring with a professional guy, and everybody knows he has no chill, and you survive. Congratulations, but you're also stupid. I think this is a clout play, right? Because now we're all talking about him. Everybody's talking about him right now. Before, where was the relevancy with Sneako? No, let's be real. All right. Last time we talked about him was with Bradley Martin. He fought him in the gym. All right. We were talking about that. But where's the relevance with that? I think Sneako knows that to a certain extent, that his relevancy is slowly dying off. So what's the best way to keep your name in the media? Well, I mean, do wild shit like this, right? You get in the ring where the odds are completely against you and then go from there. At this point, it doesn't matter if his face is bleeding. It doesn't matter if he got knocked out. What matters is we're talking about it. And that's why part of the reason I despise guys like Sneako, because these guys will do anything and everything for clout. And don't forget, this guy pretended to be arrested for, what was it? Was it firearm charges or something like that? Right? It was a fake mugshot and all that. Like, Lay sent the receipts and all that stuff. Like, it was crazy. Like, what are you doing? Like, what is this? Why are we playing these games, bro? If I want to be anyone else, it's not a nigga in jail. I'm gonna guarantee you that. I could be anything and anyone I want. It's not a dude behind bars. That's for sure. You will never catch me doing a jail stream. Why? It doesn't make any sense. But it's for clout, because the guys that call other people clout chasers for simply just criticizing things that they do that don't make sense online, they want to use that term and call you a clout chaser because you're talking about them. Meanwhile, these guys are the ones getting down and dirty, wanting to get on their knees and do anything for clout. It just makes sense. Speaking of clout, all right, here's a video that explains everything regarding what Sneako is going through right now. And shout out to Jamari, because Jamari put this so eloquently, okay? He broke everything down that we need to understand what's happening with Sneako's online career right now. Guys, I'm going to be real with you. All right, some of y'all who are Sneako fans or whatnot, I think we are now witnessing the beginning of the end for this kind of controversial influencer. And I hope, they get some of these other guys to start losing relevancy, right? Let's get some Aiden Ross. It's probably not going to happen with Aiden. He's got way too much star power. But let's just hope some of these guys under antics starts to die off, okay? Because at this point, how beneficial is it for society to have these guys running around fucking with people doing IRL streams? Like, why? Just let people live their lives. You're on the internet. Let people in the real world do what they do. Stop messing with them. But I digress. Let's give it to Jamari.
So at this point, it has been over a year since Sneako went full red pill demon and was banned from YouTube.
Shut up with your feminism. Yeah, come here. Come here.
And while at first he was still going semi-viral and was garnering some new fans, I think the situation where he threatened Charlie, aka Moist Critical, was very damaging to his overall reputation online.
You absolute buffoon. What you have there is not clips. These are mags.
Also, going viral for getting cucked is a tough place to be when you were constantly trying to preach to other men about how they should live their life.
Like missionary
legs up, yeah.
Oh no!
Was he staring at her like in her eyes?
Yeah, like deep eye contact.
Oh no!
Deep eye contact.
Yeah,
I'm like feeling traumatic thoughts, like seeing her with another person. It's a lot. But I think it's something everybody should do just to test. You know what?
Combine this with constant posting onto Twitter, basically trying to rage bait people with whatever outlandish statements popped into his brain that day, and the gimmick tends to get old pretty quick. You also cannot forget the time that he essentially called all of his viewers losers and straight up admitted to pandering to the red pill community for money and clout.
The red pill is dying. It's over. And I got in at the right time, hit the wave at the right time. I was I was red pill raging when the red pill was blowing up, so it was perfect. Screaming at a camera, "Wake up! Wake up!" And then you guys kind of get off on just seeing people like owning. It's like when you're 14 and you watch Ben Shapiro owns
Honestly.
Live. It's like not even anything improving about it. It's just WWE for nerd.
Bro, like all of you red pillars that were following this guy should have woken up the moment he said this. He's basically saying what we've all been telling you guys the entire time. He's grifting. He's grifting. He doesn't care about all this shit, okay? He doesn't. None of this matters to him. The only thing he cares about is the views. Y'all said we were hating. How? He's literally telling you that, especially he was telling you guys' mindset, right? All you guys want is to see people yelling and acting like 14-year-olds. He's right, because he played the role perfectly, and you guys made him even more famous than he was. So anybody who had two brain cells to rub together would listen to this moron and say, oh, you were playing us this whole time. All right, well, I guess I'm going to take my support and go elsewhere, right? I'll take it to Rollo Tomasi if I have to. No one is saying that. No one is saying that. Rollo Tomasi's career is going down the drain too. So we're not even going to focus on that. But no one is saying, we're going to watch Rollo Tomasi instead. That's a sentence that will never come out of anybody's mouth. But you have to think at some point, how long do you think you can keep going on until people are going to start realizing that their antics are going on and being played here? You can't do it for long. Eventually, your words and the stuff you do online is going to catch up to you, right? Yeah, a few brain dead tater tots or red pill tards, right? These guys can support you and go rah rah rah. Yeah, he's talking about the women, bad women, and whatnot, right? We even had that one clip of the young boys meeting up with Sneako. Sneako's real fans, right? And we saw what he thought about women. Okay, this is the guy that influences men and young men and saves their lives, right? Take a look at the life saving he's doing over here.
So this was quite a funny clip that I saw.
What did you take? Fuck the woman! Fuck the woman!
What? No, wait. We love women. We love women. We love women.
But not like transgenders.
Yes, sir. We love everybody. No.
All gays should die.
Yeah, merch. Preach. What have I done?
Can I get in the video? Fucking talk. Can I get in the video?
Yeah. Talk to him.
Yo, what's up? What's up? What did you take?
That's it. That's his legacy online. Okay, so you're right. A bunch of 14-year-olds like hearing you yell and do this red pill shit because a lot of the red pill guys are underage. They're all like, kids, right? Either in the mid-20s or they're kids. It's rarely, I would say rare, but you see a lot of these older guys too as well. I say shame on you, okay? Because why? If you're older or more established, why do you need to watch Fresh and Fit or Sneako to help you be better in life? What lessons do they have to teach you, right? So it just never made any sense. It makes sense that they pander to a lot of children, right? Which is what we see, right? And it actually makes it more devious because I've been talking about this, where a lot of these guys, because Sneako does hot tub streaming. That was a grift. He was doing that too, but it was one of those things where we have to talk about how a lot of these pornographic stuff we're seeing online right now is easily being accessible to kids, right? We've seen it with Aiden Ross when he showed Pornhub to his fans, and most of them admitted they were 12 to 13 years old. And then we're seeing a lot of these other things where guys are streaming with these OnlyFans women, all right? And then these OnlyFans women obviously have their OnlyFans in the bio. So when these kids are watching these girls, guess what they're doing? They're taking mommy's credit card, going to her bio on Instagram, clicking on that link tree, getting on over to OnlyFans, and hitting that subscribe button with mama's wallet. That's what we're doing. And if you don't think that kids are smart enough to go ahead and figure this out, you're living in a whole different planet. That's why I think what most of these guys do, especially with these OnlyFans girls and whatnot, listen, you could be OnlyFans, do whatever the fuck you want, keep away from the kids, all right? Leave the kids alone. They don't need to see your body on the internet. Leave Twitch alone, leave YouTube alone, leave all these platforms alone, go stay on Pornhub or OnlyFans. They built that specifically for you guys. Well, OnlyFans wasn't built for y'all. Y'all just took it over, and now it's all about titties, right? I'm serious. OnlyFans didn't used to be about that, chat. Right? It used to be about people who had a band. They want their fans to support, right? Only your fans will support you. But now, OnlyFans just porn, right? I mean, that's what happens when a lot of these people hijack platforms. Now they're trying to do it to Twitch. Okay, so y'all take your porn shit, keep Keep it away from the goddamn kids because they're easily getting access to it. And I think the red pill is a big facilitator of kids being introduced to pornography at an early age. You heard it here first because no one else is talking about it. But again, this is what we're talking about. Janet, shout out to you for being a member. Let's get a W in the chat for Janet. Welcome to Duke the Don family. Let me get my W's in right now. Shout out to Janet G for the membership chat. Let's get the chat. Let's get the W's in there for Janet. Charles Indig with the 5. Shout out to you. He says, stop. Please stop. He's already dead. Sean has no chill. All right, Sean has no chill. Whether you're sparring or it's a real fight, there's no difference to Sean Strickland. He's going to try to take you out. Now, at first, he was playing around with Sneako, but even just the way he didn't even keep that energy, he just switched up and decided to murder this guy in the ring. I mean, it shows you this guy's crazy. Like, why would you even get in the ring with that? Right. Sneako loves Clout above his own well-being. That totally makes sense. Shout out to you. Yo, Sean again. Oh, no, Sean again. No, Sean with the super chat, not even saying nothing, just showing the support. I appreciate you, Sean. Welcome to the stream. Shout out to you for the support. Let's continue.
Incels.
So for the most part over the last year, Sneako has been losing relevance, but recently he has been in the news cycle once again, and he doesn't seem too happy about it, as he's constantly been getting ignored by other content creators. And this Ignore Sneako arc all really started a couple of days ago, when he tried to approach Steve Will Do It at the poker table, and Steve seemingly wanted nothing to do with him.
Not here. Can I get a cigarette? Are you chain smoking? Or? Yeah. Can I get one too? Oh.
Ignored. And this guy's a degenerate, okay? He's a scammer and a degenerate gambler, and I think he's also a problem because in addition to the earlier issue where I talked about pornography being introduced to young children at an early age, okay, this guy, Steve Will Do It, probably got a bunch of kids hooked on gambling, okay, with these gambling sites because he's paid by some of these companies, all right? So, again, a lot of these people that they hang out with are complete degenerates, okay? So I don't feel sorry for any of these people, but it's just kind of interesting that snakes are shunning other snakes. You see what I'm saying? So someone like Steve Would Do It, who's a degenerate, is sitting there, you know, hey, oh, Sneako, oh, whatever. You could tell he feels like such a nuisance right now. Like, oh my God. Like, what? Let's play this one more time.
Chain smoking? Or?
Yeah.
Can I get one too? Oh.
Just said, oh. Bro got ignored like, oh. Can I get one too? Oh, wow. Yeah, he gave attention to this guy, all right, but Sneako was like, oh my God. Yeah, this is bad. This is when these guys are starting to snub you live in front of their audience and yours. Night, GG's. It's gone. Your career's
all right. Damn, man. That around. Because I'm a mobile or something?
He's just ignored him.
What's your problem?
You gotta check the camera to make sure he still exists. Because Sneako, he's like, yo, am I not here? Hey, bro, you see me, right? Look how you looking at the camera. You see me, right? What's wrong with this dude? Hey, can I get a cigarette, please? Look at his face, bro. Dude has to question his own reality right now. Like, yo, am I being ignored? Like, what?
So you can see it there clear as day. Steve just straight up ignores him. He acts like Sneako is not even in the room. And I think this broke Sneaky's little heart.
Anyone know if Steve, why is Steve Will Do It beefing with Sneako? Does anyone know? I have to look this up. It might be a different video, but does anyone know why they're beefing? I thought Steve Would Do It and Sneako were cool because I know Steve Would Do It had problems with other content creators, right? Like who was that? It wasn't Circa. It was somebody else. They had a problem with. I didn't think Sneako would be on the list. This is crazy. Like, the snub is wild. Yo, Ana Rodriguez, shout out to you for the 5. Ana says, how cool is my dad? He called me from the living room to watch this and was laughing. Your dad's super cool. Shout out to him. Let's get a dub in the chat for your dad. It says he's for the red pill, but can't stand him. Happy Valentine's Day. Yeah, happy Valentine's. That's today, chat. That is today. So if you haven't told your significant other that you love them, go ahead and take the time and send them a text message, all right? We know the red pillers ain't doing that because they ain't got girlfriends. And we know that because most of them are watching the red pill to get girlfriends. but it's not going to work out for him. So for those of you guys who are fortunate enough to not be part of that shit, and you have someone that cares about you at home, and you know how to treat a woman, or a woman you know how to treat a man, all right, go ahead and send them that text. You know, these red pillars are going to bed lonely tonight. So just continue.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on. Hey.
It's like he very subtly told him to f off just with his body language.
After all this shit.
What did he say?
Hey.
It's like he very subtly told him to f off just with his body language.
After all this shit.
He says, after all this shit. Like, what shit? What did you do for him? I don't know. Maybe Sneako did a lot behind the scenes that we're not privy to. But what is what do you mean after all it is? It doesn't seem like I don't think he cares. I think he just wants you to leave. I mean, bro, you got ignored, dog. This is crazy.
Big. Okay, I'm bored. 8. No, I'm good. That's a lot.
So then why ask him for a cigarette? Well, why ask him for a cigarette if you're just not, if you what? Were you just trying to get his attention? Something not right here.
After all this shit. Big. Okay, I'm bored. 8. No, I'm good. That's a lot telling me not to smoke.
Allah's telling you not to smoke. So then why would you get it? What? You sound butthurt, my boy. Like, Buddy he was ready to give you his square. It's like, yeah, you listen, I know Steve on the ship right now. Here, smoke my square, dog. Nah, that's good. Allah don't want me to do it. Then why did you ask him for it? Like, are you what? Why would you put yourself in that situation if you know for a fact you're not supposed to be tempted? Like, you're not making sense, my boy. You shouldn't have even asked. Now you got embarrassed for asking, and now you just made yourself look dumb by hiding behind religion. Allah told me not to. Then don't smoke. And plus, I listen, I know a bunch of Muslims that smoke. Some of them are like the biggest chain smokers I have ever seen, dog. Like, so I don't know what that has to do with anything. But again, I'm gonna back up on that one. Let's continue.
Ask for. I know, but so that's a sign from Allah.
And it's funny to me that he says that Steve ignoring his request for the cigarette is a sign from Allah that
it's coping.
Shouldn't smoke. When in reality, it's more of a sign that Steve isn't fucking with him. And this is the point in the video where, from my perspective, Sneako actually took a rare W.
Facts.
As he went into the octagon with former middleweight UFC champion Sean Strickland, as they had set up this sparring session. And for the first couple of minutes, Sean just really let Sneako do his thing, just kind of playing a very loose defense. I mean, you guys got to remember, this is essentially a novice versus a world champion, at least in some sort of fighting sport. So he stands in, he lets Sneako do his thing for a while, and then around 3 minutes in is when Sean actually decides to let the hands fly, and he essentially punches Sneako in the face around 50 times.
Yo. There you go. Oh my God. Oh my God. There's the first towel, he don't care. There's the second towel, he don't care. There's a third towel. He does not care. The ref literally had to grab him. There's no doubt a fourth towel is thrown right there. Bro, why would you fight this man?
I mean, this was essentially like seeing a shark smelling blood in the water. Yes. And while I'm sure he was not punching him to his full power, for Sneako to stand in and take that many shots off of his chin and not go down against this former world champion has to be the biggest W that he's taken in a very long time.
I think this is an ass whooping he needed. All right. That's why everyone is saying this is a W. This is an ass whooping he needed. Okay. And I think a lot of you pill poppers out there, Myra Gaines, you bitch. God, that came off weird. I think some of y'all need to learn a thing or two from Sneako. All right. If you're going to challenge someone to a boxing match, go ahead and back it up with your fists. Okay. So again, I think a lot of people who are rational, all right, Jamari and a couple other people, all right, everyone kind of is on the same alignment here. We give Sneako props and respects for this, okay? So it's not even hate. It's just, yo, this is respectful. But we just wish other people can follow his example here. Matter of fact, we probably wouldn't even have a problem with some of these pill-popping content creators, all right, if they actually backed up a lot of the things that they said.
And there were some people out there actually trying to clown Sneako for this. Like, if anything, I don't think Sean had to go so crazy on his ass.
That's what I
After
was
this, he
thinking.
shared this tweet where he says love speech. And honestly, the face is not looking too bad for getting punched that many times.
Yeah,
He also shared this where he says, I gave you guys the best content I was possibly capable of today, yet the comments is just filled with complaining and crying. You see how they are blackballing me. If you want good content, I need your support now more than ever.
Hold up, chat. Chat, we got to stop right here. What does he mean that they are blackballing me? Who is, because y'all know what blackballing means, right? It means that there's somebody else tier, boss in the industry, whether they're influencer themselves or they're a management group, all right? They don't want you to get any kind of shine, all right? They'll take away opportunities. They'll take away certain things from you. They'll even prevent other content creators from working with you, all right? That's literally blackballing, right? So when he's sitting here crying about blackballing, what is he talking about, right? Because now we're mixing that up with the videos of him getting ignored by content creators that were supposed to be cool, right? They're supposed to be cool. But now those content creators don't want to fuck with him. Publicly, they're making it known they want to fuck with him. And here's Sneako on Twitter saying, I'm getting blackballed. Is there something going on behind the scenes that we don't know? This is why I'm thinking this might actually be the end of Sneako, because now it seems like he's actually saying the quiet part out loud. You see how they're blackballing me. If you want good content, I need your support now more than ever. We will win. I can't do this alone. Love speech 2024. And love speech is a play on for hate speech, okay? Which I don't know. Now it doesn't feel too good to talk shit, right? Now when the cards are turned on you, now it don't feel too good when you see all these comments, huh? Now it don't feel too good when the same people that used to think you're cool and wanted to work with you, now they want nothing to do with you. And now all of a sudden y'all here on Twitter crying that you're getting blackballed. Really? Who's blackballing you? Is it Rumble? It couldn't be Rumble because that's your last hope of staying relevant, right? That and Twitter. So it can't be Rumble. It can't be Elon over there at X. Okay, so who's blackballing you? Is it Steve will do it? Is it who? Y'all let us know, all right? And the thing is, we're not surprised, okay? Because Sneako, you've been so wishy-washy throughout your rise on the internet that a lot of people don't even the content creators that fuck with you don't even fuck with you no more, right? Because, I mean, think about it. You're not consistent. 1 minute you're friends with red pillars, the next minute you're clowning Rolo in front of red pillars, and then trying to put them between a rock and a hard place. And then you go at it with Andrew Tate after Andrew Tate calls you, it calls you a lame for doing all these things on the line, you're yelling and screaming because you did stuff with Neon, and that honestly, Neon is weird. He's a weird old dude. Like, why? I mean, Neon plays on incel fantasies. Okay, the nerd that finally gets the hot girl and then gets to be the top dog in real life because he has money. He literally is playing that fantasy. That's why he's famous. Okay, it's not because he has any talent. His talent is acting like an incel. All right, that just got laid and now all of a sudden has all the money and influence in the world. And it gives a lot of these guys a whole lot of pleasure and hope that one day they could rise up to be a Neon for themselves. Okay, which obviously it's all fake for the internet, but who cares? All right, but you're doing streams with Neon, you're doing all these crazy things, and you're going back and forth stabbing people. It's only a matter of time before even the people who are willing to give you that shot don't want to fuck with you no more. Okay, so what does he mean by he's getting blackballed? Chat, if you know the answer, let me know. Yo, Sam Knight, shout out to you for the 5. Sam Knight says, yes, he's fallen off. He needed to take a beating so people would talk. Yes, yes. Finally, somebody else is agreeing here. This is what I'm thinking. This is all desperation to me, okay? You might call it stupid. All right, some of y'all might call it courageous. It is courageous, okay? I just think it's stupid, but I also think this was a clout play. But you're absolutely right. It says, just like when he faked getting jumped, all for clout, no respect given. Facts. I mean, he did get in the ring, so I mean, I get you. You got your opinions, though. It is what it is, right? There are people that fall on both camps. That's why maybe you're on the camp that are still clowning him even after he did this. Maybe Sam, you're the reason he put this tweet up, right? Because you didn't fall for the bullshit, right? And now he's putting his tweet out there because now he understands that shit's getting real. Maybe, I don't know, but I definitely think I'm agreeing with you. It's a clout play, 100%. You can't make this shit up.
We will win. I can't do it alone. Love speech 2024. And then he also shares this picture of his bloodied face. And so now that we're done talking about his W, let's talk about some of his L's, as he got completely ignored by the two biggest streamers in the world, Kai Cenat and Speed.
Whoa! Wait with Sneako?
Yo! Oh yeah, he probably not lying. He did get blackballed. No, he not lying. He is getting blackballed.
As he got completely ignored by the two biggest streamers in the world, Kai Cenat and Speed.
Can you please wait with Sneako?
Can we please wait with Sneako? They're like, what? Sneako, what's that? Is that a game? Is it like Crash Bandicoot? What are we sneaking in here? Like Sneako, what's it? Yo!
Kai Cenat and Speed.
Can you please wait with Sneako? Okay, perfect. There we go.
Look, yo, even though everybody like, yo, what just happened? Even the girls are like, huh? Wait, did this just happen? Did they just walk past Sneako without even knowing that it was Sneako? Because a lot of these other girls, they know who Sneako is, because Sneako is obviously a streamer and does all stuff. So the fact that the two biggest content creators right now, Kai Cenat and iShowSpeed, literally just did this in front of these girls. Oh, not only in front of these girls, but in front of the people watching this. I think he's done. Chat, what do you think? I think he's done. Yo, look at this. They're not even look at Sneako in the background. He look at him, he's just like, oh, so y'all just gonna walk past me like this? For real? y'all just hold on. Am I still here? You got it. Look, he looking at the camera all the way over here. Like, hey, yo, y'all can see me, right? Yo, this is crazy. Yo, TLM MMA, shout out to you for the two, says, what does Sneako expect? He says Sean is legit crazy. Facts. That's I would never listen, unless we have to fight for real, like get in the ring for real. I'm not sparring with a guy like Sean Strickland. Okay, he's crazy. He's insane. Like, why would you even get in the ring with that? Like, no. Like, if we're fighting for real, okay, fine. At least I know I'm getting in the ring and I'm getting ready to fight for my life here. All right. But if I'm just sparring, I'm not expecting to, have somebody come at me like that, right? It's crazy because I got a match coming up. Why you going nuts? But listen, I guess Sneako didn't get the memo on who Sean really was, but he found out he's not doing that again, guaranteed. Okay. Look at all the girls turning around. Look, she's looking like what? She's like, what?
Have fun, guys.
Damn.
Thank you.
This is the face of a man who is about salty as I mean, not only did they ignore him, they went out of their way to make it known. Like, we are not with you. And this is the
bro. Yo, chat, he might be right. I'm kind of curious. Who is there a head honcho? Because like in the music industry, you got the top Illuminati guys, you got Jay-Z, some of these guys, right? You got Hollywood doing their shit too as well. They have the legit power to blackball people, right? But when you talk about influencers or YouTube, who's the top tier influencer that has the power to blackball somebody on the internet, right? I mean, it can't. Why would it can't be Kai Cenat doing it, right? Somebody must have told Kai. So I'm starting to think this might actually be like an agency putting the X on Sneako versus the content creator, right? It has to be an agency move. What do you guys think, chat? Do you think there's a content creator out there that is in Sneako's field and is that pissed off that they're telling everybody don't fuck with him? Is that what's happening here? Or is there an agency that's saying don't mess with Sneako no more? It can't be Rumble doing it because Rumble desperately needs the views. So who has enough power in this influencer space to blackball even Sneako? This is bad, bro. I didn't even know this kind of power shit existed up here. That's crazy.
The point where Sneako started confronting various people, kind of asking them like, why don't they like me? And even a moderator out here had to put him in check.
What do you mean? Why do you think? Getting ignored, like what's going on?
Bro! It's that bad. People like, oh, yo, what's going on? Yo, I have to know who's blackballing them. It's got to be somebody serious, right? Somebody with some serious cash. Because a lot of these influencers, they got their petty beefs and anything like that, but they'll do anything for money and clout. So I know they ain't got the power to do that because they're not, most of them, they just follow trends. That's it, okay? They're trend followers. So if somebody told them tomorrow, hey, go work with this person, they'll do it for the money and the clout, okay? So it's not these influencers blackballing them. Who has enough problems with Sneako that has the power to tell even Kaisenat or some of these other guys, don't mess with Sneako no more. And how deep does this go? Now I feel like I'm getting into a rabbit hole here, chat. What's happening?
What do you think is happening?
I don't know.
What do you think it is? I'm trying to figure it out. What's your analysis? Because I can't understand it. It might be because you're Chinese. I saw you suck. Why would you do that?
Bro,
and in that moment, this head moderator saw why no one's fucking with him. I mean, getting egoed by a Twitch mod is insane. And then they would continue on to kick him out of this influencer VIP section at this event.
All right, we're getting Frank Castle. We're getting kicked.
He even said the Frank Castle term. That means they treating you like you used to treat these OnlyFans girls on them shows. Yo! It just came full circle, chat. It just came full circle. Now it's affecting him. Now he's the bitch. Oh my goodness. I never thought I'd see this day.
Good to see you, bro. Text me. Did we do something? What's going on? It's just insane. Like everyone on that side.
Oh,
none of them are.
This guy's actually pretty cool. He goes to like these crazy countries and just vlogs there. It's like, yo, I actually like his videos though. At least he's cool with Sneako still. I mean, that's good news, right?
Rumble streamers. Nobody. I'm the Rumble streamer at a Rumble event. They're putting me on this side.
What? What?
Hey, bro, what's going on?
This is a Rumble event?
It's insane. Like everyone on that side, none of them are Rumble streamers. Nobody. I'm the Rumble streamer at a Rumble event. They're putting me on this side.
Whoa. Yo, chat. I don't know. Maybe I just got a soft spot or I'm too empathetic. I don't know, bro. But I kind of feel bad. How you get shoved off to the non-VIP section at a Rumble event by non-Rumble streamers? I feel so bad now. Like, yo, what? This is the Fumble Rumble Reject Squad. Anybody that don't make it on YouTube or any other platform, Rumble's a safe haven. But at a Rumble event, you're getting... Oh, my goodness. This is bad. I think this might actually be the legit downfall. Because, listen, you notice the tone is different from when he got canned off of YouTube, right? Because a lot of the energy was still there. And, listen, when you get canceled by some of these platforms, a lot of these pill poppers, they see it as a badge of honor anyway. So the mood wasn't as down as it is right now. You could tell Sneako's really feeling it, right? This is a Rumble event, and they're treating him like a groupie. They moved him out the VIP section. Yo, I'm flabbergasted, chat. I just don't make any sense.
And for someone who seems so dependent on networking, and it's pretty obvious that he really cares about what other people's perception of him is, you know this hurt this man's feelings. I mean, he even had to turn to Logan Paul's yes man for some advice, saying, "Why don't they love me, Mike?"
They don't me. What is that? And you must know.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not really sure, bro.
I could just tell by that look on his face, he knows exactly why you got blackballed, bro. I didn't know it was this bad.
I think everybody probably has a different reason for it. I'm not quite sure. You know, I think you take shots at people, and when you take shots at people, obviously they're gonna mark that in their mental.
A lot of people that I don't take shots at.
I don't know. I can only speak for myself. Every debate that we've had, you've said some stuff that was over the line, but yeah, everybody does that. Sometimes it's jokes. Sometimes it's just taking shots.
I think there's a little bit of truth to that, chat. I think there's a little bit of truth to that. Again, this is what the red pill gets you. No friends. And honestly, this is, hey, you pill popping tards out there. Pay attention. When you go out there in the real world and you start spewing this red pill shit, you start getting in debates and thinking, yeah, you know what? I'm going to say what I want and I'm going to be as loud and bombastic and, you know, just crass and I don't care about feelings, whatnot, because if you're offended about what I said, you're just a lefty. Yeah, that's right. You are lefty, blue-haired weirdo, and then that's the mindset a lot of these guys go through. But you got to understand, dude, reality is reality, and you're getting that treatment because this is exactly how rational people will treat you in the real world. Hell, if you got a girlfriend, you're lucky she don't give you the child treatment or leave you, okay? That's what happens when you're spewing this shit out there in the real world to people who have people feelings and people mindset, okay? They're going to remember that, and they're not going to fuck with you. And also, there's this thing called 6 degrees of separation, meaning everyone is just another person away from somebody that knows somebody that is somebody. You understand, right? So that person that you were debating with, probably this guy, all right, that he's acting like he's not offended by what you said, but who knows? Behind the scenes, he probably was livid. He probably told whoever was fucking what you say, hey, don't talk to Sneako no more, all because of what you said. And he's just playing dumb. How do you know that? It just seems like there's a big club right now, and Sneako's no longer a part of it. That's what I'm seeing right now.
Shots to try to get people to, yo, look at me, look at me, look at me, what you have to do, bro. You have to do that.
So basically, this guy did keep it pretty real with him and tell him, you know, all this attention-seeking behavior and trying to be so edgy and trying to be like the counterculture guy doesn't exactly make people want to gravitate towards you, especially when it seems like you're changing your opinions every other month.
But also, yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of people too that just don't want to be with somebody who's having conversations about the shit you're having conversations about.
And I do think that Mike is being very honest here. Like, he brings up another great point. A lot of these people are likely trying to have a good time, and they don't want to be filmed on stream and ask these controversial questions about things that they likely could not give a about. Like, have y'all ever tried to be around someone who only seems to want to discuss like pressing social hot button topics? It can just become draining very fast. I mean,
that's literally Zerka. That is Zerka right there. That's why he has no friends.
I'm sure we've all had that buddy who we used to really enjoy spending time with, but then he gets on his like conspiracy theory soapbox. And after a while, it's like, dude, I get what you're saying. There might even be some merit to some of your talking points, but I couldn't really give a f***, and I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. And I guess this whole situation was really just eating him up inside, as he even turned to DJ Academics for some words of advice on why no one wants to be around him.
What do you think about those like ego clips? Like people, what do you think about that? You probably have a take about that.
You know, not fresh. Why is he wearing shades inside? It's not that the room is not even that lit. What is? Oh my goodness, bro, this is embarrassing. I don't know what's more embarrassing. Fresh wearing shades inside, or Fresh hanging out with DJ Academics wearing shades inside indoor. Like, what is this? Like, this is crazy. Am I wrong? Is that Fresh? That looks like Fresh, bro. That is Fresh, right? Yo, chat, is that Fresh?
Oh my, you know what he thinks it is? They think it's this. They think it's what I talk about. This is,
bro. Come on, it's not your freaking. I forgot what they call that stuff. All right, it's not that. Are you alluding to? Is it because you became a Muslim? I don't think they care, bro. I don't think most people care. They're more accepting now than you think. Okay, I think it's you. But the fact that this is Fresh. Look at him. Even Fresh, bro. That's crazy. Sneako, this is a whole new low. This is a whole new low. You used to be riding so high, Sneako. You used to be on top of the world, even bigger than Fresh and Fit at some point. But now you got to turn to them, this guy, about why you're not getting relevancy anymore. Oh, no. Oh, I feel bad, Chad. I low-key feel bad. He's done. He really.
This is a Palestinian. I'm free Palestine. Now, if you look at their managers and you look, I don't want to get too deep into that, but they think that's the reason.
It's not that,
and that's
bro.
one thing I really don't understand about some of these red pill guys is that they just seem so desperate for attention or validation from other men.
Jamari, the tan Superman. You got to understand, all right? The red pillars, or these pill poppers, I call them red pill tards, okay? Because they are the biggest clout chasers out there. That's why they project so much when you and I would criticize them, right? Or anybody else that would criticize these pill popping idiots, right? What they would automatically do is project on you, saying, "Oh, you're just clout chasing off of me. You are my clout. That's why I'm not gonna talk to you." But here they are, literally groveling on their knees for some attention from larger content creators. And look how it's making Sneako feel. And you tell me, these guys are the biggest clout chasers out there, all right? They're just projecting on us, but that's exactly what's going on, Tan Superman, all right? Red pillars are the biggest clout chasers in this space. There's no bats about it.
If you're a grown man, to me, the only other male's opinion you should care about in regards to yourself is your father or your grandfather, and maybe some of your friends who've known you for like your entire life.
They're not that meticulous. Like, I don't want to hurt my brand. Nah, bro. They cool. They normal people.
And academics is keeping it real with him too, because Sneako's trying to come from this approach like, oh, I'm too much of a brand risk for them to be friends with me. When you have this guy pulling his dick out on stream every other week, it's like he can't possibly get it through his head that they just don't want to be around him.
Bro, yo, this is what you can't let the internet and live streaming turn into. Like a little girl back and forth. Yo, Sneako look lame. Sneako got clouded.
I really don't care anymore, bro.
I missed something? Yo, in between the last time we covered Sneako and now, yo, I feel like we missed something. Something happened. Maybe I got to go back to his Rumble and see what videos he's been putting up there. Because we know nobody pays attention to Rumble. So, like, why? But, like, did I miss something? Like, where's all this stuff coming from all of a sudden?
We talk about you, kid.
Obviously.
I mean, this guy so obviously cares no matter what he says. It just feels like the dude who's extra salty that he lost his spot at the popular kids table. But it's like, dude, this is not high school anymore. Like I said, I know networking is a big part of his brand and his continued success online. But it's just funny to me that him getting ignored by other men is just eating him up inside.
Yeah, there's a lot of fake people in the industry, Myron, but I gotta...
Why am I not surprised? He got fresh out. Myron's around the corner somewhere. We got to find him. There he is. Why am I not surprised? Oh my goodness, dude. This is hilarious. All right, Myron. All right. Why is your buddy Sneako no longer relevant? Tell us.
I give respect to you, Fresh, Aaron, of course. Like, you know, a lot of people have snaked me, man. There's like people that I used to be friends with for years. And like now, you know, even people that like you stand up for when they're at their lowest point, as soon as they're up and as soon as they don't need you, they turn their back on you. Literally. One of the biggest.
I mean, I literally think this man is heartbroken.
In this internet game, it's so easy to like have your friendship fall apart, especially if you read and listen to everything that people say.
Yeah, facts, of course.
But bro, I've seen
man.
so much fake in this industry, especially like when I
Myron just say people are gay. Like, what is that? What? Nigga, we think you're gay. What are you talking about? No, people aren't gay for not trying to hang out with Sneako. Sneako is just weird, dog. Like, we've been saying it. Everybody's just now catching up. Chat, we were already ahead of the trend. Everybody now is just catching up. And pretty soon, it's going to happen to the rest of y'all. All right? And, yo, this is crazy.
Vegas and LA.
I mean, if you expected realness from Los Angeles and the people who hang out there, the Clout demons, you were sadly mistaken. I guess the core message of this video is just that obviously the ego can be a very fragile thing. And if you put yourself in a position to let your ego be affected by other men, I just don't think it's always going to end very well for you. But y'all let me know what you guys think. Is there some hidden agenda against Sneako at this point?
But what? I thought YouTube was supposed to be like, or the internet. How can you blackball the internet? This don't make any sense to me, bro. This is what I'm thinking. Like, some corporation has to be behind this, because it doesn't make any sense, right? Like, why is he getting blackballed, right? And I thought he was just saying this because like everybody who gets canceled or whatever, they claim blackballed, they claim all this other stuff, right? But we know that's not what's really going on. But now, even just watching this, I'm actually starting to think he is blackballed, because like even guys like Cashapp, I Show Speed, like what? Why are they ignoring you now? Like, what's going on? Now I'm starting to think, you know what? You got to go back to your roots, Sneako. Your roots meaning Myron over here. Yep, fresh and fit. Hey, I put $100 right now that this guy want to see more of him on Fresh and Fit, guaranteed. How much y'all want to bet? Want to start seeing more of Sneako on Fresh and Fit, or some of these other reject platforms out here? Who wants to bet? I think that's what we're going to start seeing. Because if the bigger guys don't want to fuck with you, I mean, I guess your last bit to stay relevant is Fresh and Fit, because we know Myron ass, he's got to be loyal no matter what, right? And you could call it great qualities. It is what it is. I think it might be to his detriment. I don't know, because Sneako has done things to piss off friends of Myron, and Myron is still hanging out with him. So I don't know how long this sympathy is gonna last. Because, like, listen, Myron even had to tell him to stop talking shit about Andrew Tate when he was doing that, right? Myron had to tell him, yo, you know, you got to ease up with Roll Tomasi because we're still cool with him. So, guy like Sneako, who comes into your house, fucks shit up relationship-wise with all your other friends and whatnot. I don't know how long you keep hanging out with this guy before your other buddy starts saying, yo, don't fuck with this guy no more. He's not one of us, right? We don't want to deal with him, right? I don't know, but maybe Myron might be too headstrong and not do that. But I think the way he's gonna wake up is if shit happens to him, right? Maybe. I don't know. But I think, listen, Sneako out here crying that everyone's being fake to him and all the real friends are no longer real. I think it's ironic since everyone calls him a snake on the internet for a reason. Sneko, bro. They call you a snake because you backstab a lot of people. You start talking shit, you stab people. Like there's a reason why they call you a snake, Sneako. Okay, there's a huge reason why. So I don't know why you're surprised that other people are just feeding you the same energy you've been feeding them throughout your whole rise on the internet. Like, this is crazy. Tony Praying Manta, shout to you with the 5. Tony says, sup, dude. Funniest part is when Allende broke into Fresh and Fit's apartment is when Fresh said out loud, the man says, this is too far. I'm like, yo, we know Fresh ain't got a brain of his own. The moment Myron says, hey, it's enough. No longer, don't hang out with Sneako no more. Fresh is done. He's blackballing Sneako too. But yeah, he's like, this is too far. This is too far. Yeah, like, here's the thing. Like, with people who try to make appeals to someone like Fresh, okay, it's not gonna work. Fresh is not a leader, okay? He's not. You trying to appeal to him. That's where I think the mistake Allende made, right? It's like, yo, why are you appealing to Fresh? That's his lackey, bro. Like, Fresh not gonna do anything. he needs that show more than the show needs him. Okay, he's not getting on your side, dog. So I don't care how you think Fresh is better than this. I don't think he's not. I don't think he is. Right? I think he's just a horrible person. Right? I mean, it is what it is, right? I mean, he hangs out with scammers. He scammed his own fans. I mean, they're just not the best people. But yeah, even Fresh was, this is too far, right? Again, Fresh and Fit are the last result for this guy because where else is he gonna turn to? If the bigger content creators are not going to make you relevant or even have you anywhere near their videos, where's Sneako going to go from here, chat? I'm being real. I actually don't know. I didn't know there was a blackballing thing that can happen in influencer space. I had no idea, right? I knew it happened in some of these micro spaces like the Manosphere and the Red Pill and whatnot, because you got one top content creator that can blackball you. For instance, Myron can blackball any, wannabe Fresh and Fit types that want to come up through the ranks, right? He has the ability to do that because in the Red Pill, they're the top dogs in here, right? But like outside of that, when you're going into like the IRL streaming, the Twitch side of things and all that, who has that kind of power if not a corporation that's doing this, right? Because a lot of these influencers are followers. So I don't get what's actually happened here. And the reason why I think it's the downfall of Sneako's career is because if you're looking at it right now, Sneako does need other people to stay relevant. He needs to be doing streams with other people to stay relevant, right? He needs to be, even whether it's IRL, somebody has to be doing something, right? Whether it's fighting Bradley Martin or doing shit with Neon, it doesn't matter. This guy has to have other content creators there, preferably content creators that are larger than him so he can stay relevant. The fact that those larger content creators want nothing to do with him, okay, and he's feeling the way he's feeling, chat, it's night-night. It's night-night for his career. And I think this time when we're saying it, this is for real. Like, this is for real. His career is done, all right? But that's all I got for you today, chat. I was looking at this whole thing, and it actually might be a rabbit hole in itself. I don't know, because I had no idea you could get blackballed as an internet influencer. Like, maybe in Hollywood, in the music industry, I understand. But online, like, what? He seemed like he had such a hardcore fan base, too. But now, even his fan base, it seems like they're starting to think he's corny. Some weird is happening, chat. I don't know, but you guys let me know what you think in the chat. For my 1s and 2 army, let's vote on this right now and put it to bed. Put a 1 if you think this is the end of his career. I think this is it. He's done. All right, put a 1 in the chat if you actually think that, and I'm gonna be real. I'm on that camp too. Okay, and you don't have to vote with me. All right, some of y'all have your own opinions, or put a 2 if you think Duke. I think you're overreacting. Okay, I think this is just a small little hurdle for Sneako, but he always bounces back. He'll be back, you know, with some kind of antics, or maybe the antics are gonna get even crazier. Who knows, Duke? But you're wrong. He's coming back. It's not the end of his career. All right, you know, put a 2 in the chat. You're not wrong. You're not right. We just want to know what the hell is going on, because I didn't know it went this deep, bro. Chat, I had no idea. The guy is literally, he's resorted to begging to DJ Academics of all people, okay, and Fresh and Fit to try to get some answers on why he's no longer relevant with bigger content creators anymore. I don't know, bro. This is it. Yo, chat, I'm sorry, bro. It seems like this is it, right? I may be wrong, right? Because we thought when he got canned off of YouTube, it may be it. Maybe we're going to a new chapter. I don't know. But I thought IRL streaming was going to be the thing. But it seems like that's not working for him no more. Where is he going to go from here? Back to the red pill? Y'all let me know in the chat in the comment section below. And with that being said, I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. Peace. Oh my God.